When you think of great rulers of the past, names like Alexander the Great, Julius Caesar, or Queen Victoria might come to mind. Their stories are etched into the pages of history, celebrated in films, and taught in classrooms across the globe. But what about the monarchs whose empires flourished on the vast, diverse continent of Africa? History, as it's often told, has a selective memory, leaving countless powerful and influential African rulers in the shadows. These are the forgotten kings and queens, the architects of sophisticated societies, the commanders of formidable armies, and the patrons of enduring cultures whose legacies deserve to be brought into the light. Their stories are not just footnotes in history. They are epic tales of ambition, innovation, and power that shaped the destinies of millions and left an indelible mark on the world, even if their names are not household words. Today, we journey back in time to spotlight these little-known rulers whose achievements defined entire regions but were overlooked by the compilers of global textbooks. Let's begin our journey in West Africa, in the heart of what is now modern-day Nigeria, with a ruler whose name resonates with artistic and political brilliance, Oba Uer, the Great of the Benin Empire. Ascending to the throne around 1440, Uer inherited a kingdom that was more a city-state than an empire. But through sheer will, military genius, and visionary leadership, he transformed Benin into a formidable powerhouse. His story is one of dramatic and almost mythical beginnings. Originally known as Prince Ogun, he was exiled by his own brother, who had usurped the throne. After years of wandering and hardship, he returned to Benin City, not just to reclaim his birthright, but to remake the kingdom in his own image. Legend says he entered the city with a small band of followers, and through a series of strategic and courageous acts, he overthrew the corrupt administration and was crowned Oba. Once in power, Uer proved to be as skilled a builder and administrator as he was a warrior. He launched a series of military campaigns that vastly expanded Benin's territory, creating a well-organized and centralized empire. He is credited with constructing massive walls and moats around Benin City, a defensive network so extensive that later European visitors would compare it favorably to the Great Wall of China. These fortifications were not just for defense. They were a symbol of the empire's power and a testament to its sophisticated engineering and labor organization. Uer also reformed the political structure, establishing a complex system of palace chiefs and town chiefs that created a balance of power and ensured the smooth governance of his sprawling domain. Perhaps his most enduring legacy, however, is his patronage of the arts. Under his reign, the famous Benin bronze's intricate sculptures and plaques cast in bronze and brass reached their artistic zenith. These masterpieces were not merely decorative. They were historical records documenting the kingdom's history, rituals, and the Oba's divine authority. Uer the Great was a nation builder, a military strategist, and a cultural visionary whose impact on the Benin Empire was so profound that his reign is still considered its golden age. Traveling east across the continent, we arrive in the highlands of Ethiopia, a land of ancient traditions and powerful dynasties. Here, in the 12th century, ruled a king whose legacy is literally carved in stone, Emperor Lalibela. He was a member of the Zagwe dynasty, which had come to power after the decline of the great Aksumite Empire. Lalibela is shrouded in legend. It is said that as a child, a swarm of bees surrounded him without stinging him, which his mother interpreted as a sign that he would one day become emperor. His name itself, Lalibele, means the bees recognize his sovereignty. Whether this story is true or not, his reign was indeed marked by a divine purpose. He was a deeply devout Christian, and his greatest ambition was to build a new Jerusalem in Ethiopia, a holy city that would be a beacon of faith for Christians in Africa, especially after the original Jerusalem had fallen to Muslim forces in 1187, making pilgrimage difficult and dangerous. To realize this monumental vision, Lalibela did not build his new city with stone and mortar piled high towards the sky. Instead, he ordered it to be hewn directly out of the living volcanic rock of the mountains. The result is one of the world's most astonishing architectural wonders, the 11 monolithic rock-cut churches of Lalibela. These are not caves, but complete, freestanding church buildings with doors, windows, columns, and roofs, all carved from a single block of stone. The most famous of these, Bet Georgis, the Church of St. George, is a breathtaking cross-shaped structure sunk deep into a trench, its roof level with the ground. The sheer scale and precision of this project are staggering. It would have required immense resources, a highly skilled workforce of thousands, and an unwavering decades-long commitment. The churches are connected by a labyrinth of tunnels and passages, also carved from the rock, creating a sacred subterranean landscape. Emperor Lalibela's project was an act of faith, an engineering marvel, and a powerful political statement. He cemented the central role of the Ethiopian Orthodox Church, created a pilgrimage site that still draws hundreds of thousands of faithful today, and left behind a UNESCO World Heritage Site that stands as a timeless testament to his extraordinary vision. Now, let's venture south to the region between the Zambezi and Limpopo rivers, the heartland of the Kingdom of Mutapa. In the 15th century, a prince from Great Zimbabwe named Nyatsimba Mutota embarked on a journey north in search of salt, a precious commodity. What he found was an opportunity to build a new empire. Through a combination of conquest and diplomacy, Mutota established a vast and wealthy state that would come to be known as the Mutapa Empire, and he earned the title Queen Mutapa, meaning Master Pillager, or Lord of the Conquered Lands. This title, passed down through generations of rulers, became synonymous with immense power and wealth across southern Africa. Mutota and his son and successor Matope Nyanhue Nibedza expanded the empire until it stretched from the Kalahari Desert in the west to the Indian Ocean in the east, encompassing large parts of modern-day Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, and South Africa. The Mutapa Empire's wealth was built on its control of the region's abundant natural resources. Gold was the cornerstone of its economy. The empire controlled numerous gold mines, and its traders established sophisticated networks that connected the African interior to the Swahili coast. From coastal city-states like Sofala, this gold flowed into the Indian Ocean trade routes, reaching as far as India, China, and the Middle East. In exchange, the Queen Mutapas imported luxury goods like ceramics, textiles, and beads, further enhancing their prestige and power. The empire also traded in ivory, copper, and iron. This immense wealth funded a powerful military and a complex administration. The Queen Mutapa ruled as a divine king, his authority absolute, but he governed through a council of powerful officials and appointed governors to oversee the various provinces of his vast realm. The empire's prosperity attracted the attention of the Portuguese in the 16th century, and the ensuing interactions marked the beginning of a long and complex relationship that would eventually contribute to the empire's decline. But for over 2 centuries, the Mwing Mutapas of Mutapa presided over one of southern Africa's most influential and opulent kingdoms, a commercial and political giant whose story is integral to the history of the entire region. These are but 3 examples from a continent teeming with forgotten histories. From the warrior Queen Amina of Zatzau, who commanded an army of 20,000, to Mansa Abu Bakr II of the Mali Empire, who is said to have launched a fleet of 2,000 ships to explore the Atlantic Ocean. A century before Columbus, the annals of African history are filled with remarkable leaders whose stories have been marginalized or completely erased. The reasons for this are complex, rooted in the biases of historical record-keeping, the destruction of African libraries and oral traditions, and a colonial-era narrative that often sought to diminish pre-colonial African achievements. Reclaiming these stories is not just about correcting the historical record. It's about understanding the true depth and diversity of human civilization. The legacies of these kings and kingdoms challenge the narrow, Eurocentric view of the past and reveal a world rich with innovation, culture, and power. Their empires may have crumbled, and their names may have faded from mainstream memory, but their influence endures in the languages, cultures, and landscapes of Africa today. The tales of Uer's bronze histories, Lalibella's rock-hewn faith, and Mitota's golden empire are powerful reminders that history is a vast and multifaceted tapestry, and many of its most vibrant threads are yet to be widely seen. By uncovering the stories of these forgotten rulers, we not only pay homage to their achievements, but also gain a more complete and accurate understanding of our shared global past. The next time you reflect on the great leaders who shaped our world, remember to look beyond the usual names and venture into the rich, untold histories of Africa. If this exploration of forgotten history has sparked your curiosity, consider sharing this video to help bring these powerful stories to a wider audience, and subscribe for more journeys into the lesser-known corners of our world's history.